Hello, Blue Jays fans. Welcome in East Coast Blue Jays. I'm your host, Patrick McGraw, on this August 4th, Monday. So, don't give up, Jays fans. This season might look a little shaky, but the team has a shot to stay in first place in the American League East. In this video, I'm breaking down the path to the playoffs from bold predictions to real fixable problems. Let's talk about scenarios, breakout players, and what has to change right now if Toronto wants to play in October. As of today, the Jays are 17 games over 500. It's exactly where we want to be in August. With injuries, inconsistency, and a tough American League East, it will be a battle to stay on top. The recent trades at the deadline show that the front office still believes we are all in. Shane Bieber is here now, and we're not done fighting. But the East Division and the wildcard race is tight, and the Boston Red Sox are on our heels, and we'll have to have everyone doing their part. But yes, they are definitely two teams, there's three of us that are fighting to stay on top of the American League East. You got the New York Yankees, you got the Boston Red Sox, and you got us Toronto Blue Jays. So as it stands, we have 3 games ahead against the Boston Red Sox, and we have a 4.5 game lead up against the New York Yankees. Ever since Devers have left Boston Red Sox, they're doing extremely well, and the Yankees, they're just falling apart. Yes, they can hit home runs, but they definitely can't play defense at all. Hopefully with the new acquisition of Shane Bieber, Sir Anthony Dominguez, and Ty France, hopefully it's enough to keep these Blue Jays on top of the American League East. So the biggest key of the Toronto Blue Jays this year, if they're going to go all in, if the Jays want to stay hot and continue winning, it starts with the core. There are definitely players that we need to rely on, and one of them is Vladdy Guerrero Jr. He's shown flashes of highlights and elite this year, but the Jays need him to go all in. He needs to go on a tear. Back in 2021, he smacked 10 homers over the span of 30 games, which would change everything for these Toronto Blue Jays. In his stats for a year, so he has played over 111 games, 415 plate appearances. He has 120 hits. He has 72 runs, 24 doubles. He has no triples, but he has 16 home runs with 58 RBIs, and he can definitely get on base, 68 walks this year alone. So another player that has been definitely improving this year, is Mr. Bo Bichette. He has had a lot of injuries over the past years. As you know, he had knee problems, back problems, and definitely slowed his numbers down, definitely. But now that he's back and he's healthy and locked in, Bo gives this lineup a real threat. And his numbers for this year so far, this year, he played in 110 games, 465 plate appearance, 138 hits. He leads the league in hits. He has 53 runs, 33 doubles, 1 triple, 13 home runs, 68 RBIs, and 27 walks. He is the best hitter on the team, and he leads the league in hits alone. So Bo can continue doing what he's doing. I know his offense is extremely well this year than past years. This is his best defensive year, and it's also his contract year this year. So he definitely wants to prove that he's elite and that he's at his all-star form. But one last player I like to mention, and there's a lot of core guys on this team, but one of them that's been elite in an ace form for many years, his name is Kevin Gausman. I know he's been struggling recently, but he's also been good at the same time. But if Gausman can return to his ace form, the whole rotation follows. I mean, you got Jose Barrios, you got Max Scherzer, you know what he's been doing lately. Now they got Shane Bieber. He's going to be into the lineup, and Eric Lauer too. So far this year, his stats, it's not the greatest, but he has a 7.8 record, 3.99 ERA. He's pitched in 28 innings played, and he has over 127 pitches. So if the Blue Jays going to continue improving and get into the postseason, Kevin Gausman needs to be at his ace form. So that's my top 3 Core guys at the Jays, in order to continue what they're doing, to stay ahead of the American League East, is Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Bo Bichette, and Kevin Gausman. Yep, that's pretty much my bold protection towards the 3 core guys in order to succeed in the postseason. But there's one more guy I'd like to mention, a new guy. My number 1 bold protection, number 1, is Shane Bieber becomes the X Factor. Yes, sir. Shane Bieber's, as you know, he had a rehab start yesterday. He looked very promising. He pitched 5 innings played, allowed 5 hits, 6 strikeouts, and only allowed 1 run. He just hit 94-mile-an-hour fastball for the first time since 2022. So he's now in rehab in Buffalo AAA Bison, which is a huge sign that he's going to be with the Blue Jays in a few weeks. I'm hoping, cross my fingers. But if he gives us at least 5 or 6 strong starts down the stretch, it could be the lift this rotation desperately needs, as you know. And a fresh arm with playoff experience, that's a rare thing to get in August. I think we pretty much won in the trade deadline. I know there was a lot of players that got moved, but as far as pitching side of things, like a starting pitcher, I think the Blue Jays won this, and there's a lot of people not happy about it, but I think we won the trade toward a starting pitcher if Shane Bieber can get back to his form. But so far so good. Him hitting 94-mile-an-hour fastball, it's a good sign that the Jays will be seeing this guy very shortly in the Toronto Blue Jays starting rotation lineup. So I have another bold prediction number 2, and that is my bold prediction this year is there's a random bat that carries a team in the final months this year. My pick is Mr. Davis Babe Schneider. Yes, sir. He's got power. He grinds out at bats, and he brings energy. As you seen the other day, he had a major diving catch out in left field. What he did last year up against the Boston Red Sox in his rookie year, I think he can get back to that form again. He's definitely struggled this year so far, but the Blue Jays got a hope towards this guy, and I feel that Davis Schneider is the guy that he's going to carry part of this team this year. He looks great. He's a strong, stocky guy. He can play defense. He can hit. But don't be surprised if David Schneider can hit 280 with 6-7 bombs in the final stretch to become the cult hero again. But I don't know, maybe not. But I do feel David Schneider is a great hitter. I think he can bring his average up to 280. And I know he's got the power to hit 6-7 home runs in the last 2 months of this stretch. So that's my bold prediction number 2. So the major part of the Toronto Blue Jays is where this team can help itself. Well, for one, I think it's the lineup consistency. John Steiner definitely has been switching them up every day. I mean, let the regular players hit where they're supposed to be hitting all the time. Stop changing the lineup every friggin' day. Let the hitters settle into roles. I mean, there's less than 2 months right now. Now that the guys are coming, I know there's been a lot of injuries of late, but they're all slowly coming back. Kirk is back, George is back, coming back tomorrow, and Varshall's back. So I think John Steiner should settle these guys into everyday spot in the lineup and just leave them there, because if you keep changing it up, it's not gonna be consistent. The guys are gonna be all messing. So my say is just leave the guys in the lineup where they're supposed to be and let the guys do their work. And also, guys, better bullpen usage. We need to figure out, now that we have pretty much who we got for the bullpen area, we've definitely overused some of our arms, like Jeff Hoffman. And as you can tell, at times he struggled when he's been used too many times, like 3 games out of 4 kind of thing. So let guys like Mason Fluharty and Brendan Little eat some innings on low leverage situations. So, and even the new acquired Sir Anthony Dominguez, use guys like that to use the low leverage innings and leave guys like Louis Varland and Jeff Hoffman high leverage situations. This way here you'll be able to save your earns in the long run, because we're definitely going to lead them in the stretch the last 2 months here. And another thing, to make this team better and to help themselves, you got to run the bases better. Too many runners are getting thrown out, as you can tell yesterday. Ernie Clement didn't look at the third baseman coach, and he should have. It was bases loaded. Miles Straw hit a single. One run came in, and then Varsho was held up at third. Ernie Clement didn't bother looking up to see the third baseman put his arm up. It's just little stuff like that. They need to have better base running smarts. This team needs to run better. So that's to run the bases better. They need to leave their lineup consistency and just leave it the way it is. And we got to save our bullpen arms. So use the high leverage guys, Jeff Hoffman and Louis Barlins at the 8th and 9th spot, and maybe Jimmy Garcia will come back. They're high leverage guys. The low leverage guys like Mason Fluharty, Brandon Little, and there's a few other ones there that we can use. Tommy Nance at low leverage situations. So we can't be using up all our bullpen guys, and we're just going to wear them out at the end of the season. So after we discussed all that, what is the record the Toronto Blue Jays need to make to get into the postseason? Well, for the Jays to make the postseason, they need to have a final record of, and to be safe, they need a record of 90 and 72. But I feel they can do a lot better than that. To reach this safe mark, they need to go at least, they need to go 25 and 24 in order to record the final season numbers of 90 and 72. But I definitely feel that they can do a lot better. If they want to reach 100 games this year, which I feel that they can, they will need to go 35 and 14 for this season. They've played 113 games so far. There's only 49 left. I do feel they can go in a big stretcher. I mean, they're going to be playing a few easy teams right now. But it's not impossible, especially if they get they're going to be playing games against the Colorado Rockies, which they're playing them this week, or actually today, the next few days. The Pittsburgh Pirates are definitely struggling in the Minnesota Twins, and we get to play the Yankees again. We had our ways with the Yankees this year. We're all going to be playing the Rays this year. They have our number for sure. But like I said, in order for the Blue Jays to make the postseason this year, we need to go at least 90 and 72 to have a 90.9% chance. So that's 25 and 24 record. But I do feel that we can get over 100 wins this year. That we can go 35 or 35 and 14 this year to get 100 wins. That's what I feel. They have a great team, and that's what I feel. I think they get 100 wins this year. So that's my bold prediction for this episode, but thank you for coming in. So the biggest question, do you believe the Blue Jays can make the playoffs this year? Hell yeah, of course they will. So drop me a comment with your bold prediction in the comment area. If you lasted this long in the video, hit that like if you haven't given up on us yet. Subscribe to East Coast Blue Jays. It'd be greatly appreciated to help my content out. And I'll see you next time after the game. But thank you again. Have yourself a great Monday and enjoy the game tonight against the Colorado Rockies. And like I always say, let's go Blue Jays.